Okay, so we've finished that other little building over there with all of its different roofs. We're now going to have a look at this building over here with these curved roof shapes and how we could replicate something like that. So I've copied the walls over here. Might even get rid of those in the background there now because they'll probably confuse us. So we'll do the same sort of shapes over with these walls through here now. So start off at the floor level, and I've still got this reference plane. The reference plane was called roof extrusion. Just needed to know what that. By the way, the reference plane, instead of using reference planes, if you've got a grid layout on a project, you can use grids to actually draw as a reference plane as well, to actually do your roof by extrusion on. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this elevation view again. So we can see these wall shapes that are being created over here. We've got a bit of a step down, a bit of a split level happening in this level as well. So let's go back to that, get a bit of an idea. Okay, the L shape is poking out of us. This panel here is the one coming towards us in our view. Let's open up that elevation again. So this is the one coming out towards us. So back onto the architecture menu and drop down roof by extrusion. We need this reference plane to work on if we're going to do a roof by extrusion. So that's the reference plane that we've got that we are looking at. And we go OK to that. Like I said before, roof by extrusion, this dialog box is not very significant to you, so you don't need to worry about that too much. Now I'm just going to create a roof radius shape here. Obviously you could set this up more accurately to describe the actual shape that you want to create. Just playing around. Okay, let's try that again. You could construct this more accurately if you wish. I'll just start with a shape, something like that, for that main roof going through, and I'm just going to click finish for that. So what have we got happening there? Okay, yes, this again. So we can just stretch these back to where we wanted it to be, or you could have defined that at the roof start and the roof finish. So we probably want something like, I'll use the align tool again. AL for align is my shortcut key. Click on that surface, click on that surface. They're now aligned, and you probably want some sort of an overhang, so I can use the grip just to extend the overhang out by a prescribed dimension that you wanted to go to. So I've got that roof happening there at the moment now. Now if I set another roof up to cover this other shape here in the front, and that roof there also, we extend that, it'll probably come to this point through here. Now I'll align, and I'll use that roof surface, that wall surface, to align it to that roof surface, and then once again use the blue grip just to extend that out by some known distance that you give yourself for an overhang, roof overhang. Okay, so might reshape that roof while we've got it there at the moment. Might plan on doing something like this. If I go and have a look at that at roof level 1 again, and I might even have a look at its site plan, because if I'm in a site plan view, my view range is up even higher again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to reshape this roof to a different shape in plan view. It's just a extrusion of that circular profile at the moment. But if I select that roof, what you can do is create an opening in that roof, and this particular tool that's available to us, roof by extrusion, it'll create a vertical opening straight through that roof. So I was thinking of creating a sketch shape, something like this. I'll come down at 30 degrees or something. Yeah, that'll do. Come out 30 degrees. Yeah. and then I'll extend that out on original till it hits the edge of the roof, and then I'll go back. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to cut this much of the roof out and close that up. So the area of this total roof around these red dotted lines here, I'm going to subtract that area inside there out of that in plain view. So if I click tick, and we've now just created that shape. Okay, carved that much roof out of it. Okay, so let's create another little roof to interact and play with that roof. So if we go to our site plan view again, elevation, the elevation view, so we're looking at that. I need another roof to cover this building through here, so I'll create a roof by footprint again. Roof by extrusion is what I want to do. I need a reference plane to work on. There's my reference plane. And once again, that's not very significant through there. So I'm just going to use the pick line tool with an offset of, I don't know, I'll try 1200 and see what that gives me. That's not going to work for me. Okay, I'll just draw a different arc shape. So I probably want something to come like this time, and it's only going to come over that far over that roof. We can make it a different shape like that. So these two roofs might have some interaction. Oh, I've got an offset set up there, sorry. Try that again. With no offset this time. So I've got a bit of a roof overhang, and okay, those roofs look like they somewhat complement each other in shape there. So I'll just try that anyway and see, although this is probably not going to work for me. My roof's probably got a total thickness of about 147, I think, from memory that roof is. So I really want to be looking at where the bottom edge of this roof is, just because of what the geometry is going to do. So I might just temporarily do another offset of 147 and just test that out on this roof here at the moment. So I'll click on that line. Yes, it is lighting up, so it must be 147. So if I did that or that, yes, that's still probably, I'll go that one. No, I think that'll work. I think we'll go to something like that. So I'll leave that line like that and click tick. Let's have a look at what it did. Yeah, that's worked quite well. So I'll extend that roof out now. Well, once again, I should use the align tool, AL for align. There's the wall, there's the edge of the roof. So I've extended that roof out to that point, keeping that part of the building dry. This obviously wasn't meant to go that far. I can bring that in considerably. Now, how far do I want to take this? Well, temporarily, I'll just also AL for align. I'll just do something like that for the moment. But I'm going to carve out that shape of that roof as well. So, once again, in site plan, here's this roof. There's the roof over the top of it. I want to reshape this roof so it's just got a bit of an overhang underneath that other roof. So if I click on it, instead of editing the profile, I'm going to edit a vertical opening into it. And I'm going to use my pick tool just so I've got some bit of an offset to work with. Maybe I'll try 600 offset. And I want to offset this line here. Okay. So I'll probably do something like that, extend that out there, and probably extend that Okay, and then use pick lines with no offset, and I'll go to that wall and that line and that line, I think. Okay, so that's going to be the shape that I'm going to cut out. There we are, I'll just highlight that. That's, so I need another line down the bottom here. Okay, so the overall shape of the roof is following around these lines here, through there, and I'm going to cut that much of it out. If I click the tick there and have a look at that in 3D, that was probably the effect that I wanted to do there. Okay, so to finish that building now, this wall, my intention is to attach the top of that wall to that roof. So it would do something like that. And so once again I'll attach that one, and I'll control select that one. And probably, I'll do it that way anyway. Attach the top, yes it is attaching the top to there, so that's that part of the building closed off. And then this other roof here, so all these other walls, so I'll control select those. Okay, and I can then attach those walls to that roof. Okay, we've just got a little bit of roof wall here, but we've just got to attach the top to that one. Right, we've closed that building off now with those interacting shapes. This roof here needs to notch around that wall, but it's probably the wall that's got to be cut back actually. Minor detail that we're really just looking at the interaction of the roofs at this stage. So that's basically the different techniques associated with roofs, both in footprint and by extrusion, and then also being able to cut out openings out after extrusions, or for that matter the openings, the vertical opening command would work in other roofs as well. Much like this roof over here, we could put an opening in there for a chimney, for a skylight, etc. Alright, that's the roof tutorials done.